I want to teach you some fun ways to help your kids prepare for their spelling tests. So one way is if you have a jump rope and 3 people, a couple siblings, or you and another sibling, whatever, you can have your child jump rope and say their letters. If you don't have a couple of kids, you can lay the jump rope on the ground and have them jump over the jump rope. Or you can even do that if you do have multiple children, a different activity altogether, and have them jump and say each letter. Tip number 2. Jumping or bouncing on a trampoline. My kids spent so many afternoons on the trampoline doing their schooling. It was so much more fun for them than sitting inside at the kitchen table. And they are getting exercise, they're getting vitamin D, C, whatever vitamin it is that they need from the sun. So they can bounce on their booty, or they can jump up and down and say their spelling words. They can do jumping jacks while jumping on the trampoline. And of course, they can also do jumping jacks on the ground. Number 3. Activity with word association are great. So choose a set of words that your child needs to learn and then say each word out loud and ask your child to repeat it. Next, ask your child to come up with a movement or an action, or they can draw something if they prefer to draw that they can correlate with that word. And then when they're taking their test, they can close their eyes and think about whatever it is that they did or drew that helps to correlate that word. Number 4, color coding word building. So this is very valuable to separate out the colors of letters, like blue for consonants and yellow for vowels, or whatever colors. But what's important is to have one color for consonants and one color for vowels. You can buy tiles on Amazon, and they are magnetic, and you can put them on the fridge, or you can get a magnetic board and have your child build the words. When they are color coded, it helps them to lock in the visual differences of the word and then be able to recreate it later. Another thing you can do to color code is use colored markers. So dry erase markers, oh, here they are. Dry erase markers are great, but don't have them just write one word in one color or switch around. Have them choose 2 consistent colors, one for consonants and one for vowels. And they switch. When they have to write a vowel, use the vowel color. And again, that will help lock in the visual of these words. Tip number 5, chunking. So chunking is breaking apart words by syllables. That's really good when you've got multi-syllable words. So the word because is 2 syllables. The first syllable is be, the second syllable is cause, right? Or cuz. So they can write it, they can use tiles, they can use sticky notes, and you can, I'm trying to see if I have 2 colored sticky pads. I do, but they're different sizes. So you could write be on here and cause on here, and then put them together. And that's great for if they have a spelling test that has related words. Like a lot of times they'll have a suffix or a prefix that's the same, and there's like multiple words. That'll be really good because then they'll remember that 6 of their spelling words end with E-I-G-H. Okay, or E-I-G-H-T or something like that. And they don't have to remember individually how to spell the word height. Number 6, changing location. So using the example of the word said, for this one, you're going to write all the letters on Post-it, these are just little Post-its, and then put them all around the room. Just work on one word at a time. You're going to hide them in different places. Maybe tell your child they're getting warm, they're cold, and then have them come back with their 4 Post-it notes and then set them up in the correct way to spell the word. As you can see, I used red for the vowels and blue for the consonants. Maybe you can't see all the letters. Anyway, you're going to have your child lay this down, not try to show it like that. But that is a fun activity to do to help them spell their words. And on to number 7. So tactile tools. Using multi-senses is a great way to help your child remember anything. The more senses you can involve into learning, the more your child will remember. So there's several options available. Some kids like certain things better than others. Shaving cream can be a really fun tool, but some kids with sensory issues do not like shaving cream. I had a student who loved the shaving cream, and we would make different scents. So you could use essential oils to change the smells of the shaving cream and have fun with it. Other things you can do is get a box like this and put sand in it. You could put magic sand, you can put salt. I've used Himalayan salt, and you open it up and you have the salt inside, and then your child writes the words in the salt. We have cards that can go in the bottom of a regular sized pencil box, and they can practice writing their words. That is at the bottom of the pencil box. So bumpy boards are also another thing. You can buy them or you can make your own, and it can be pieces of textured fabric or pieces of wood or anything that is, elevated, and they can practice writing on that. They can use bubble wrap. They can also trace if you have it raised up or if it's raised or going down. So many different sensory options available for your child to practice doing these. Number 8, mnemonics. Mnemonics are fun ways to enhance memory retention. This technique includes crafting a memorable phrase or ditty using the individual letters of words. Let's say the word is said. You could say, Sammy ate iced donuts. It's a silly little thing, but if Sammy creates the mnemonic, then he is more or she is more likely to remember the spelling of the word said. Another one, because big elephants can always understand silly explanations. You can use whatever words you like. It's ideal if your child can come up with the words or at least be a part of creating the words because they're more apt to remember them. And finally, number 9, hopscotch. You remember when you were a kid going outside and doing hopscotch in chalk? Well, back then we did numbers, but why can't you do letters? You can have lots of letters on the board and have them jump and spell out the different words that it makes.